course, I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Find me there, find me at Democracy, find me here on ScreenBlast. Joined alongside a man that thinks that the B-movie is better than Shark Tale and thinks that there's a debate worthy talking about it. Mark, what do you got?
I like how you start off with, of course, this is ScreenBlast podcast. When this is people's first episode.
If you looked at the YouTube thumbnail and you did not read, I don't know what to tell you.
Of course this is a ScreenBlast podcast. What else could it be?
Of course, we're joined by, why did I say of course again?
Three courses.
Joined by
starting a course counter.
And, well, thank you for joining us.
So back on Shark Tale.
By the way, you tagged in for our Moana 2 discussion. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. And
it's canceled.
You can even go back into the backlog and find out what we thought about Moana 1. Same team that talked about
It's
Moana
been deleted.
1. So, yeah. But, Mark, you... okay. We're going to quickly zoom by this because we got to get through, obviously, the key topic, which is Wicked. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, DreamWorks' worst film, like, I think just definitively, like, I would much rather... Like, structurally, no joke, like, Shark Tale at least is more inventive conceptually. They're both doing humanistic things and
it
humanistic
has a lot of charm.
I forgot my fucking list of top 5 worst. I know there was like other shit on there.
Yeah, but yeah, Shark Tale I think is better than B-movie. But like again, like I don't even know why we were delving in this dog shit.
B-movie is like has a lot of generic character designs. But
we are going to talk about this in the November wrap up. I don't even know.
You started this shit, and then you set me up for a response.
I guess
this is all you.
It is.
And you started. You threw that into my introduction too. You fucking stupid.
You make a good. You make a very good point. All the reason why you guys should make sure to go to ScreenBlastPodcast.com, where you can find everything that we talk about, including Toon Talk, Cartoon Chat, or Animation.
All those shows suck.
Blasting Turbo Reports, our video game centric focused area, and then we've got ScreenBlast where we are right now. You can find us at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and other podcast services. Go ahead and check us out there. Mark, we're going to get past whatever the hell this topic was going to be. We're going to go straight into, obviously, the movie of the season outside of Moana 2. That was Wicked. Mm-hmm. I gotta ask here, because we all saw the trailer. Wicked is a massive property. Lana, who's more versed in Wicked? Like, we're all...
Not me.
We're all, like, who, like, because I know about the play, but I did not know how much of a following it had.
And some of my friends from North Carolina, they're, like, huge theater kids, right? So so among the community, this is, like, one of the big ones. This is huge. But for me, personally, I've never been into musicals, even, like, plays. I mean, I'll listen and I'll enjoy some of the music, but it never really vibed with me until I've seen the theatrical remake of this one, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting anything from it. I just got dragged to it. My sister wanted to go watch it, and I'm like, well, whatever the hell, I guess I'll go, and I ended up bawling my eyes out, crying, and leaving the theater a whole new person.
Oh, which musical went to go see?
Wicked.
You saw Wicked before?
Yes, I said.
I said we need to see the musical at some point. You didn't tell me you already saw it.
No, not the movie. No, the movie.
The movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Broadway show. Okay.
No. I was just saying. I always heard from some of my theater kid friends, it was huge on Broadway. Like, this is one of the big ones on Broadway, but I didn't care because I was never into that. I wasn't in that community. I'm not a theater kid, you know.
Right.
But I just randomly got dragged to this showing by my sister, and I came out like feeling like, whoa, I really enjoyed myself. It was a good time. I was literally like crying my eyes out, almost as much as Ariana Grande herself.
that press tour is one to be talked about.
Yeah.
But I think this film, in terms of its promotion, I think what allured me towards it was that it really brought in a gravity to what they were focusing on, and I always liked the idea of delving into this further Wicked, this Wizard of Oz thing that is so significant to just filmmaking in general.
And
I think like Wicked though, like again, like you have the trailer. I didn't really care too much about the journey, but I did look. You get Jeff Goldblum in anything, I'm kind of on board.
I didn't even know.
And like I thought the trailer was enough to pull me in. I didn't know how big this one would be though. I just knew that the play had significance. Mark, what about you?
I wasn't familiar of the play or the play's existence, but I am familiar with The Wizard of Oz. I never watched the original movie, but like there's only 2 significant content of Wizard of Oz that I've been exposed to in my life. One is The Muppets Wizard of Oz, which I really enjoyed as a kid. That's the only Wizard of Oz thing I've seen. The other Wizard of Oz content I've been exposed to is... Okay, actually, no, I can name 3 things. The other Wizard of Oz content I've been exposed to is that fucking stupid Futurama episode that made fun of Wizard of Oz. And then the third one was there was a pretty cool boss... Lana knows about this one. There's a pretty cool like boss fight with the Wicked Witch in Lego Dimensions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think this even for other people, too, who are not familiar with the play. Even if they're not familiar with the play, people are familiar with The Wizard of Oz. Mm-hmm. So this is also something, like, this is a different version of it. As for my history of musicals, I love musicals. I don't really care for jukebox musicals if they're animated. I guess I can tolerate them if they're live action, but, like, I don't really care for songs that already exist, and I want to hear, like, the hits playlist. But, like, I do like musicals, especially original music. Like, a movie can be I can remember a movie, like, much better if, like, there's, like, a fucking really good song to go with it. Mm-hmm. A really good musical I like that I recommend that I've seen, like, recently.
Les
like
Miserables?
Huh?
Les Miserables?
Oh, he's not gonna remember the names of these songs.
You talking about Fully I Do, stupid?
No.
They ain't fucking get the name right.
You dunce omelette du fromage. Come on.
That was my joke, you idiot. But no, it's In the Heights. In the Heights is really good.
Did you see The Greatest Showman, by the way? That was another.
No, I've not. I missed that one.
That was great. That was fantastic.
But when I hear this movie's coming out, I'm like, yeah, I'll see it.
Yeah.
I go see every big blockbuster anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go see it.
Nice.
And like, just short review. Enjoyed my time.
It really shoot, what am I trying to say? It really curved my expectations because I was expecting the way the trailer, I think the very first trailer made it seem like it was going to be another allegory for, race and whatever. But it turned out to be, I mean, that's of course what they was going for, but it turned out to be more about like xenophobia, right? Because now we aren't talking about people, we're talking about this prejudice to everyone who isn't considered human people, right? So, because there were also black people in the naysayers and the hecklers, right? So she was treated as she wasn't treated as a human who's a different color. She was treated as a monster that go along with the other animals.
Yes.
So I like that. It really averted my expectations because now she really like invested in their plight because she know how they feel, because she always been treated as like some type of crazy monster thing, outsider.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I love that. It was cool.
Yeah, I think getting into the film review itself, I found that this, and we were talking about this as we talked about what before going in, but like as we started, I love the introduction where the first thing you see almost is Dorothy and the group going on the walking through on the yellow brick road there. And in my brain finally clicked in, like, holy shit, I forgot how significant Wizard of Oz is and how significant the idea of threading off of that into something like this story will be. And I just love delving into this universe. I love the building of this universe. I love everything about the school, how they define the setting, how they defined Oz, Oz itself, the Emerald City, the rules and the way that people acted, the set design, I think all of that felt very like it's effort that you just don't see as much implemented, and it obviously will fit for a musical, but just in filmmaking in general, like, you know, obviously Gladiator 2 came out around the same time. That's another one where you see the effort of it all on screen, just put to the test. But it's not just all a CGI fest. You've got full sets with classrooms that aren't all CGI. You've got areas that aren't all CGI. Like, these are things that you need in film to really feel more immersed, and I felt very immersed while going through this story with this character.
Yeah.
And you feel for her every step of the way, and you know, you want what's best for her as she's delving through this journey, and how the Good Witch, is that her name, the Good Witch or whatever?
Glenda?
Glenda, yeah.
Yep.
How she's sort of like she's like trying to determine where she should stake her claim in things. And you know, it's a very untrustworthy way to go about things, you know, and so yeah, I absolutely connected with obviously what would become the Wicked Witch, but yeah, it was, I think it's glorious. I also love, by the way, Mark, we talked about this after the call, beautiful by Universal to not say at all that this is part 1. Don't say that at all. And then once the title card comes in, part 1. Yeah, fucking brilliant.
No, like, I was optimistic at first. I was like, oh, this is how they're structuring the act, right? And then no. I was waiting for like part 2 in the middle of the movie or some shit.
Yeah, it was grand, man. It's a grand movie that does that. Go ahead.
And the movie, I don't know, because again, I haven't seen the actual play, so I don't know if this felt like a similar structure in terms of story.
There's also the book as well.
Exactly, but the thing I'm now, like, after watching this movie, I'm going back to the Wizard of Oz, which I watched a billion times on TV.
Did you watch The Wiz?
No, I have. I think I watched The Wiz like once or twice. It's not my thing.
From what I know, the play is like like 2 hours and 30 minutes. And keep in mind, there's an intermission in between there. Meanwhile, this whole movie's 2 hours and 40 into part 1.
Yeah, but
so I'm not sure how much they added or how much they squeezed that story in the play.
Well, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is like it brought up some questions now, because now I'm super excited for part 2, because now I'm thinking about the future, which is the original Wizard of Oz movie, right?
Yeah.
So we know what happens. House come down, hit somebody, and then lady gets sprayed by some water and then she die.
Yes.
I can't wait for them to really dive deep into what is going on, because.
Well, I think there's
two witches.
There's still like enough of a movie here that you're not going into the Wizard of Oz at all yet. That's also fun.
That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about them expanding upon this open air, right? From this point to this point, because because now the way the movie set it up is like she's been deemed a heretic, right? She's outlawed. She flew away, and everybody hate her. But it's still we need to establish the second witch, the second witch, right?
Yes.
So I wonder where I'm excited.
Always been like the sister in the Wizard of Oz story. So.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what is happening. Do she like venture off to some new land? To like I'm excited. I'm just excited.
It's probably gonna be her sister.
The second witch.
Huh?
The second witch.
In the original Wizard of Oz stories, is 2 witches.
Yeah, 2 wicked witches and
evil
Glenda.
witches.
Oh, 2 wicked witches.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, I only
the first one gets crushed by the fucking house.
Yep.
Oh, that's who gets crushed by.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen that movie a few times in my life, but like my brain always skips past the fact that the fucking house falls on someone.
Yes.
It just my brain legitimately hates all like, and I think of them for some reason because I think of Wonka instead of like fucking Oz. So I think of like the nice peace village as fucking Oompa Loompas. But like the moment like that they start on the Yellow Brick Road is when the movie actually starts for me.
Yeah, that's literally the beginning. She takes out somebody upon impact.
I remember the Wizard of the Muppets one specifically because them killing Miss Piggy was funny.
Yeah, I think
the wicked Miss Piggy was both the evil and the evil witch and the eviler witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wonder how that goes. I love everything about building the lore into that. It reminds me of how I felt in the last 30 minutes of Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, how are we setting the chess pieces are the most fun. It's like, how are we lining
connecting this? Yeah.
How are we and then, like, you get to the end of that movie, you're like, oh, we are right at the start of fucking Wizard of Star Wars Episode 4. And with this, it's like, we're not there yet, like you said, but I do love everything about what they think of the Emerald City. I love the allegory with the animals there. Mm-hmm. This slow progression of they are actually progressively going to treat these animals as nothing. They are already on the fast track to get them out of there.
Yep.
And
by the way, folks, it's a spoiler discussion. We're not talking about spoilers.
Yeah. If by the way, 15 minutes ago when we said a spoiler, if you didn't catch spoilers, I'm just going to tell you, you need better ears. But
wait, you said spoilers early on?
No. Okay. We just were spoiling it earlier.
Okay.
But good reminder though. I think my train of thought anymore. Again, I think the core cast there, Ariana Grande, what's her name? DeBose, something, for the Wicked Witch, and then again Jeff Goldblum. Like I do love the journey that we go through with those characters, because again you get this awkward school moment. Not even this, like, even the sister, just because she wants to have her own alone time, is distancing herself from her. Like, even in this moment, it's like, you're not, like, you're just gonna be on your own. You know?
And I love how they kept him evil, because I was hoping they wasn't gonna do with Thanos and try to make him evil, but make him sympathetic, like you could really feel his plight or whatever. Because in the original, the Wizard of Oz, he's just some douchebag, like, behind the scenes.
Yes.
And I like how Jeff Goldblum tried to come out and he tried to, like, really, like, slice her brain open, really sell it and slice her brain open with his sharp silver tongue.
Yes.
Like, and he talking all smooth and doing his little song, but at the end of the day, he's a douchebag. Yeah. Perfect person. It's so good. I love it.
Absolutely. Like, and you can also, like, I think it's so cool because, again, like, it's not to say the movie didn't have gravitas, but again, Jeff Goldblum, just like we talked about and Mark, when we go back again and talk about Kung Fu Panda 4, when Tai Lung comes on screen, it's the first time in a while in that entire movie where you feel a bit of gravitas, because there's a villain, there's an actual character, a person that comes on screen, the line delivery, everything about it. When Jeff Goldblum's on screen, it's like, line delivery, presence, all of that is great. But again, all of our main cast are great with that, but it's like, there's a guy.
And you know what was really good about that moment? Like, it answered a question. It answered a question that if you didn't see the original Wizard of Oz, you wouldn't know that was missing.
Yes.
It answered the question of, how did a regular dude fall from the sky and just take over everything? It's because it's like, I like how they portray, like, this is some grand conspiracy. The government or everybody, like, secretly know about it, right?
Right.
And he even got, like, real witches and wizards on his side, like exactly.
The teacher, like the teacher. Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, that makes more sense than how it was presented in the original, because he just come out of nowhere, and like, how did you come here? How did you get here? And before they even confront him, he flies away. So, so I like how they really, like, covered their butts this time.
Yes.
Because that was like one of the hugest, like, not hugest debates,
but it was
a
big question. It's like, how is that established? And again, adding structure and layers to, like, it's the construction of this prequel. Again, we had this issue with Harry Potter's prequel series, Fantastic Beasts. It's like, it just didn't really establish itself well as a good, like, building block, and that's why people didn't really go out to see it. But
you want to know why? Another reason why I like it, because now we are adding this other layer onto the lore. Now you're adding a mystery, because now I'm invested in why, right? Why is this man here? Like, if he can't read the book, and I can't read the book, but I'm the one with the magical powers, why is she following him? Why is he so put on a pedestal? Why he got all this money? Yep. I want to know. I want them to really explore these concepts in the next movie, because he can't just fly away like he did last time.
No,
he can't.
Yeah, no, he's front and center. Again, all the puzzle pieces being put together are great. That is, I think, the best of the best here. You know, and you know, again, throughout this movie, obviously the Wicked Witch, she's trying to find herself through this whole movie. Like, where do I fit in? How can I grow myself and my powers here? The teacher's the only one for a while that's actually trying to help her, and she's not really trying to help her. That's just an agent of Oz. That's what that is. Like, it's just she's just an agent, really, of Oz. She's not really helping. She's just kind of there to get what he needs to him, and
another thing, I want her to explain this special power that she was talking about, because a lot of the kids there have power. Because another thing that this movie establishes, these magical people aren't rare. There's a whole school full of these magical people.
Yes.
I want to know what gives her the power to like.
Well, they
do
say
this
in the
thing.
beginning. Well, in the beginning, it's like because it's like apparently it's like what, like because her mom and her dad were special, they fucked, and then that, like, it's like almost like a magic gene where, like, it just kind of happened because that's how, since she was a kid, she's had that sort of thing within her.
Yeah.
It's like it just kind of happened, and it doesn't really get explained. But like you said, if they were to explain more, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I want to know exactly what's like going on with that, because that's crazy.
Yes. Mark, any I don't think we sped through this review, but I don't have too much more. It's been a little while since I've watched it. That's at a very believable.
Damn, you guys been taking it away. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm still here. Holy shit. But when it comes to like, I'm starting all the way at the beginning. You guys like went through the whole fucking podcast already.
When it comes to the opening title credits,
but when it comes to like movies like being based off Broadway musicals, like you have to kind of provide something different that the Broadway kind of need to provide a different experience that the Broadway have, but also give people like this a same sort of like feeling experience who can't really get to a Broadway show, because also those things are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But like this movie does like this movie like a good musical has like for me has like really good cinematography, really good staging, and at least like a lot of good like set design in order to feel like a musical. An example of one that came out recently, I know you probably didn't like this movie as much, but I really enjoyed Wonka. I think Wonka had like really good staging, the way it was trying to stage like its musical sections. I don't know, how'd you feel about that one?
I skipped it.
never saw it.
I know you saw Wonka, you didn't like it.
Who?
Wonka, you.
I said I saw Wonka?
Yeah.
Like the one at the end of the year, last year.
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, no, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you say you wasn't interested. No.
Because again, the reason, if I will briefly say this, the reason why I don't like Wonka, even though I haven't seen it, is because I had literally I had written out a synopsis for a Wonka prequel.
Mm-hmm.
And no fucking joke. This movie. Now, there are some things that are different. But, like, this movie utilizes so much of that. I wrote this when I was, like, in high school. I was like, I cannot fuck. I was like,
Oh, dang, you wrote really Wonka fan fiction? Oh, shit.
Basically. Inadvertently. But, like, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, fuck. I don't want to see this shit. I wrote it better.
Now, I skipped it on purpose because I was...
It's like that movie Big Fat Liar. You were like driving in an Uber and you didn't realize you were driving with like the fucking head of Warner Brothers, and he like took your script. And he's like, I'm gonna make a movie off this.
Now, I skipped on purpose because I was scared. Like,
Timothy Chalamet is scary. I agree.
No, no, it's not that. It's because like in my brain, like the ultimate, like I like Johnny Depp as that's my favorite, like Wonka.
Well, that's not the best.
I like Wonka. I like that either. For me, that's the best one.
Not the OG guy.
No.
What's wrong with the OG?
Nothing wrong with Gene Simmons. I love him. He's great.
Well, explain
But
yourself, though.
I liked the newer version with Johnny Depp because it was more Wonka. Like it was more wacky. It was more stupid.
That's the funny thing people like to bring up. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is more Charlie. Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is more Wonka.
Yeah, it's
wait,
more.
Wait, what? Repeat.
They're
Wonka is what?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate. I'm going to rephrase it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is more about Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is more about Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was more wonky. It was more zany. It was more crazy. It was more stupid.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed that. Like to be honest, I don't give a. It was definitely a lot more stupid.
It was.
It was definitely a lot more stupid.
Because the Tim Burton aesthetic was very much there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that didn't mean stupid. It felt more snarky and demeaning.
Oh, not stupid, but like
it didn't feel more stupid. You had to
it felt more whimsical and more weird.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
It was definitely
exactly.
I think it was in the wrong wording.
Yeah.
I get
it was really weird. It was really. I like that though.
By the way, the Wonka the Depp Wonka, like the theme song, fucking gold.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. This might be controversial, but I like the Oompa Loompa songs in Johnny Depp's version more better. Sorry, I just did.
I mean the modern. The old ones are like 80s stuff.
It's a fun time.
Okay, this is not about Wonka. I was talking about this fucking staging of the musical. All right.
Oh yeah.
we really went down a rabbit hole with that.
I only brought it to you because I thought you seen.
Talking about rabbit holes, you know that Johnny Depp was in.
If sucks. Anyway,
also a Burton film.
Yeah, If sucks. Yeah. Anyway, fucking Wicked.
Wait, what is If
sucks. Wicked. About Wicked.
By the way, that review just went out, so you guys can watch that.
It did? Jesus Christ.
You looked at
you hate the movie so much you want to put the review out, do I put this out?
Oh my god. I'm getting out everything that I have. You know this. I don't know why you're shocked about it. Anyway.
But,
move on, Squidward.
But, fuck.
Now he lost his train of thought.
That's what you get making all these fucking jokes. Anyway, you were saying stage design, presence, all that dumb shit. Go ahead.
Dumb shit. Fuck you. You're talking dumb shit for most of the fucking podcast, leaving me speechless. But you have to give something the same feeling, but also do more than what the musical can do. And I think this movie does that really well. Mm-hmm. Even though I haven't seen the original stage play, I do feel like I got an experience that would be similar to a Broadway play. Another good example I like to bring up is something you guys need to see is Little Shop of Horrors. I saw the Broadway before I saw the movie itself, and the Broadway play is very good. Of course, it's
on this bandwagon for the past year.
Dude, it's expensive, but you gotta do it. I think it's gonna be last year because Broadway plays go away. I think it's gonna be last year. It's gonna exist.
And they never come back, guys.
Certain ones don't. Literally, certain ones don't.
Can't watch. I mean, fair.
Some do. Maybe a lot of ones don't.
Well, that's what we mean. That only means that it probably sucks.
Also, this is off Broadway.
This is off Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, so that
Little Shop of Horrors off Broadway.
Like it sucks then, Mark.
It's good. Fucking asshole. I don't know. Lonnie, you're gonna fucking see it.
Again, we'll see it in 25. You were trying to schedule this right after Orlando. I'm like, bro, I don't have. But we're trying to talk about stacks on stacks on stacks. I don't have time for that shit. Stack on stack on stack.
You can plan it out. It's not that bad. You just plan the shit out.
You're right.
But it's better be right. Yeah. But the stage play was really fun, but also there's not a lot of it's a low budget off Broadway play, and and the movie itself, all the songs are more bombastic. There's you can get more angles and stuff you couldn't get because you got one shot, shot on the because it's a stage. But you get more angles and stuff, and it's just a different experience, but it's more bombastic than the Broadway play. And I feel like this movie did a good job at being. I got the same feeling I got from watching Little Shop of Horrors in this one. And there's certain when I really like something, I like to look up the source. I like to. It gets me into the source material too. For certain shows and movies I really like that I'm enjoying either the show or the movie for, and it's I have to wait for the next episode. I avoid the source material. One I'm doing that with is there's a show called the show Invincible.
Yeah,
I'm real that everyone loves to fucking spoil. Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite.
I love that
I've been
show.
dipping and dodging.
I love that show. I love being surprised by every time something happens. So it's like I'm not like I know I'm hearing the comic is good. I'm avoiding the comic because I just want to experience the show to be surprised to come out. And same thing with like fucking every anime I enjoy. And it's like, well, I don't want to watch. I don't want to read the manga.
But the manga told me last month that, in the next season we're gonna shut the fuck up.
Shut up!
Holy cow.
And like, I really want to see the stage play. I heard it came back because this movie's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it ever went away. It's wicked. It's massive. What?
Some do. I don't know if it ever
Wicked,
went away.
is forever.
Well, I hear it's getting more popular now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's huge. Wicked, I don't think ever fell off. It left.
I don't know. But
it's always had traction. It's like ever since.
I don't know where it's if it even is in New York or not.
It has to be. Yeah, that's a guarantee. It's huge. Wicked is ridiculous.
Because I can't find like
Wicked is like the second coming of Christ.
the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The movie is like very famous and it plays in like theaters every year. But I couldn't find like the play for it. I think like the play's gone.
Yeah, it hit me.
Phantom of the Opera is gone. I think their last. I heard good things about that, but like I think their last show was like
What, 2020?
2020, probably 2019 or something.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you're always going to.
Little Shop of Horrors got me in the Broadway place.
You're always going to be able to find like colleges that like reenact those. Like they're not always gone. You just have like colleges will always.
I don't know
art
about
schools will always reenact
official
those.
shit.
I think
That's fair, but
yeah,
they
speaking of that,
really put effort in.
Hey,
a lot of those schools.
I mean, apparently Lion King is coming to the Hippodrome Theater. I think either December.
I saw it already.
Either this month or next month.
I saw it when I was 12. I thought it was great. I was bored. I don't need to see it again. I'm good.
I'm talking to Lana.
Oh, good. You guys.
Fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to spend money on plays.
Plus, that shit is expensive. The Hippodrome is like they treat it like it's right in New York. It's like no, it's in Baltimore.
I never
It's
bought a ticket from there. How much do they go?
You said what?
I never bought a ticket from them.
I don't. Dude, I was 12. I don't remember, dude.
I keep trying to look for plays I want to see in a Hippodrome, and there's never anything I want to see.
Again, you can always go to Center Stage. Is like it's cheaper. Like and the artistry is it's like it's further in North Baltimore, but it's they do a really good job over there.
Also, because of that
Fucking
Spider-Man
fantastic.
thing, I like know about the lyric. So like the lyrics on my radar for shows.
Absolutely, exactly. Like that, you don't have the Hippodrome is they act like they're hot shit. We're going off the point.
It's both ways.
Your core point that you were saying about Wicked was like you enjoyed with Little Shop of Horrors. It's how you divert from the play into theatrical. How do you adapt? Still bring that tone that the musical and play form was well executed into theatrical form while using the media form in its best way.
Oh yeah.
Like we've talked about forever how Disney live action films that are musical in nature do a terrible job like just producing fun moments with those iconic musical points. That should be the best for your live action. You should be able to
the best example.
You should be able to pull out the most ever out of that for live action. But instead, they're always fucking grounded.
My favorite example of that, of like how stupid those like live action movies are, is the one I seen recently is The Little Mermaid. Because in the original movie, there's the Under the Sea song, and Sebastian's like, the new place, the bass plays the bass, or something like that, and you see like all the fish playing the instruments. In the remake, Sebastian is singing all that, but it's just a shot of him and Ariel swimming, but you don't see the fish aren't playing any instruments or anything.
They're just kind of swaying. They're just swaying.
Yeah, they're just there
and swaying. Yes.
And it's like, what's the point of these lyrics?
Yeah.
They're not playing any instruments.
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean?
Yeah, and I don't want to go further into Disney. I was just here to say, like you said just now as well, like, Wicked does a really good job with this. Like, the language of it maximizes big screen cinema. Like, it really knows how to, alright, like, we're going to turn the camera here, we're going to show this angle here, we're going to make you feel a dramatic moment, we're going to make you feel a very exciting moment. Like, you're going to feel all of those, and you're going to feel the presence of how big this film is.
Yeah.
And it does not play a standard role. It does a really good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have much else to say about it.
And the other thing I was saying before is like I'm trying to avoid source material, and like I do want to see this play now, but like I don't want to spoil like part 2.
Part 2.
I want to, so like I'm gonna wait till I finish watching part 2. If it hopefully doesn't suck and doesn't ruin my mood for it, but like then I want to see the play.
Yeah.
And like I'm so curious now as like how this all wraps around to Wizard of Oz, because like I'm completely on the side of I forgot the main character's name, the Wicked Witch.
Just the Wicked Witch. I'll just
your Wicked Witch. It's like I'm completely like empathetic and on the side of the Wicked Witch. How does it come around to where she deserves that? Because the movie, it brings you to the movie starts to bring you to the end of the Wizard of Oz story where like she's dead, everybody celebrates, so you know canonically it has to go. Even to this movie, canonically it has to go there.
Yeah.
So maybe, how does it get there?
Because it could be a front. We don't know what
That's what I'm hoping for, but like we don't know anything.
Yeah.
And where does the two witches come in? And it's like it's so interesting to see how this ties into the regular Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I agree. I would hate though if it's like, because like, look, I understand the whole like being relating to a character and understanding like wanting their journey to continue. If she's not dead, like when they're cheering and the witch, like that's a celebratory moment, obviously in the Wizard of Oz. I think that it's justified that she is dead. There's no like, oh yeah, she's actually living on a ranch like fucking Thanos was. Like no, she's dead. Like we can like she's dead. Whatever the water wasn't actually water. It was some random shit. Like boom, and that's what.
And then Dorothy and like the other, like the Scarecrow and all of them, like they find her like in the Avengers.
There you go.
And like that.
Crazy.
But yeah, I definitely would like to see where that goes.
It's so crazy how my stance shifted from the beginning to the end of the movie, because in the beginning of the movie when they started off the story, of course I'm like, yeah, she's dead, so what, whatever. And even though I knew I was going in thinking like this is gonna be like a prequel, like an origin story, I already had it in my mind that she's dead and I don't care. But by the end of the movie, I'm like, okay, she's definitely not dead. It's like she can't be dead, because if she dead, I'm fighting somebody. I'm jumping in this movie and I'm throwing hands with Glinda or somebody, because she was definitely my favorite character. A lot of people love Glinda because she's
fucking fake.
Yeah,
like most people.
She massively averted expectations, because I thought, because most people thought she was gonna be the pretty princess, taken seriously like Peach, but she turned out to be the pretty princess taken comedically like a spoiled brat.
Well, I like how like this character's morally gray. Like I don't like characters that are just assholes in the beginning and then just turn around as soon as like the sentimental moment ends. Mm-hmm. She's like morally gray throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. Like
even when she becomes friends with the Wicked Witch, she still is obsessed with still being popular. Like even that song, like you wanna be gonna be popular. She ends with, but not as popular as me.
Yeah.
Like even though they're friends though now. Mm-hmm. And even then she's still trying to do things for herself, but at the same time she has become a supportive friend to the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like I do like that. She's not completely turned over. She's just morally gray.
I don't know if I believe it full. That's the thing. It's like, as much as it's morally gray, I don't know if I believe it fully. I don't think I've ever believed she's so fake for most of the movie. It's so hard to determine if that's really her, because like yes, she's morally gray, but like I think she's more in the negative mentally for me, because she never really does have a stance. Like it feels so fake. And it feels like
I can believe she does care about the Wicked Witch.
Like by the end of the movie, sure, she might have, but the moment that that Oz and what's her name, the teacher, are going to give her then the knowledge to then become the false prophet of helping, which is clearly what she will become. She's going to become, now you're going to basically be the positive side. Like you are going to be on the good side of things. So like, like she may for a moment have been, oh yeah, I'm kind of on the side, but I never really thought of her like, oh yeah, like morally gray. I've always thought of her like gray to negative. Like it never really crossed into medium. It's like medium to bad. It's like a bully that acts nice. You get what I mean?
I thought the same thing until we spent a little bit more time with her character, and I realized exactly what type of character she is. Now I don't know if y'all seen this show, but it's called Golden Girls, and she is Blanche.
Okay.
Blanche is
It's on my bucket list for years. I have not watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
Blanche is selfish, self-centered, spoiled, like, and she will do what it takes to make herself come out as the popular one, the good one, the one that's most desired. But at the end of the day, she had two girls who are her best friends, and I believe that she would jump in front of a bullet for them, no problem. It's a type of connection only someone that you really could really vibe with can achieve. And I think at the end of the movie,
I don't know if she's willing to do that though. I never felt
100%.
I don't think she's.
I think she,
okay. You ever watch The Proud Family?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember La Cienega?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think of because like her and Penny, they're not. Even though they're like kind of frenemies, they're like they still hang out with each other. They'll still do things for each other. They'll still get along. But at the same time, like La Cienega is still
self-centered, bratty, and stuff like that. But when the chips are down, she gonna throw hands with her girl.
Yeah, but like, I think to a degree, until it impacts her social standing. I think that's again. I don't believe that fully invested. If something character-wise put her in line, she would not fully invest in protecting the Wicked Witch. I do think that there's a limit. Like I don't, and maybe I was misreading it, but I felt like I never could fully jump into the idea that she was actually all in on supporting the witch.
But
it's
then
like
again,
personal gain felt like the only thing that was why she got on the train. Not because the witch said to get on. It's because her personal in her mind. Oh yeah, personal gain. Like that's where I see it. Like,
on that part I completely disagree because she was completely okay with just letting her go.
I think that was a fake. I think she was fake. I think that is a mirage of a character.
She's envious. She's envious. She get jealous, of course.
Yeah.
Because obviously she wants to be the grand person, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, she was willing to put her feelings aside to let her best friend go do what she need to do.
Well, yeah,
but
her best friend said, "Come on." It's like Cartman with the Casa Bonita thing. It's like yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I don't care.
Brian, to go against your point, the biggest proof for that for me is the dance. Like she, instead of like just continuing to make fun of her.
I'm sorry. One moment doesn't pull me. But that
was the moment.
Her whole point, her whole personality, her whole personality up to this point has been selfish, self-centered, bratty, and only cares about herself and only cares about her popular standing.
Right.
And she threw all of that away because she don't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, all of her friend group would have absolutely left her forever and always. That's a guarantee. Yeah. Richest girl in school. You come from.
It doesn't social standards. Social. We've been in high school.
Yes.
Come on now.
So then
flies.
Here's the comparison. The wealthy, pretty girl takes the ugliest kid in school to prom. Now she's on his side, and she'll be there forever. Not after the day after prom. She's not going to go back to her friends and be like, "All right, that was fun, but that was just a guys. That was just a."
But that's the difference. That conversion didn't happen. She stuck with the girl, and she
get to Oz.
It wasn't to get to. It was not. I mean,
she even knew she was going to Oz. Okay. And she started to change herself a little bit because she started to become friends with the goat as well. And it's like you can call you can call me Golinda. And she started even being nice to the goat. She was that character started to develop a little bit just in herself and not just with the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The goat didn't like. The goat. Wait, what do you mean that the goat? The only interaction that
she warmed into the goat after she was warming up to the Wicked Witch. The next class they had, she was cooked.
That was like what, one class that we see them. It's not like there was a massive amount. This is an almost 3-hour movie. It's not like there was like class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. It's like there was only one scene where like you see that they get back. Like,
it was two scenes.
The reason why Glinda, and this is again why I see that it's all fake, is like Glinda sees that the witch. It has favor with the professor, with the head magic professor.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that. And everything changes to positive once, like, by the way, right before the dance, it's confirmed that the teacher that she let that the witch let Glinda join her in the magic teaching thing, and she's like, why is that? Why would she let me in? And then after that, she gives the energy back to the witch by doing the dance. But before that transaction of you can join the magic school with me, the witch, because I'm friends with the professor and I'll let you in, she had no interest whatsoever. It was the moment that the professor came up to her on the steps before they started dancing that she kind of was like, you know what?
The main character's name is
I'm sorry.
I forgot.
It was just one of those things where, again, this whole thing was a construction of, all right, I could get something out of this.
I see what you're saying.
I can get something out of this. Again, the train is like easy. That's an easy thing because it's like, all right, I'm going to act friendly at the train, and then I'm going to act like you're my friend, and I just got lucky. You're at the train to Oz, and most likely the witch is going to say, come with me. That's what she was waiting for. Because she's like, I don't think so. I'm going.
Brian,
she was more concerned about her boyfriend not paying attention.
You are mistaking superficial intentions for real intentions.
And I think that she's the most superficial.
You are right. You are right, but you are also you're right, but you're also wrong because you're missing a key factor.
What is the factor?
You are right because she is the type of person that's willing to be fake to get what she wants, and she already showed it from the very beginning when the girl displayed that she had power, and then the teacher's interested in her, then she automatically come up and start being buddy. But even if this was her real intention, she wanna step on her back to get ahead. The thing is, real feelings penetrated that. Remember. She literally told her, I never felt this way before. Like,
yes,
I don't know why I care about. I don't know why I care about these animals. I don't know why I care about that boy because he obviously don't care about me, and I don't know why I care about you. But I'm willing to help because I don't know. This is new for me, but something happened along the way,
right? That
really turned her way. Her way of life was, I get what I want. She even said, I never got what I want before. I've
never been told no.
Yeah. And a reality checked in.
Yes.
And she realized maybe being a person isn't so bad. This wasn't. It's going over your head so much because this wasn't a character arc specifically, developed on the screen. It was a thing that was happening, underlining.
Well, no, I saw it underlining, but I just didn't believe. Again, this could also be the musical thing where, again, the songs are portraying how they're feeling. Like that, like you said, that bedroom song of, I don't know what I'm feeling, and these feelings are, changing how she is as a person.
Yeah.
That is, that is the biggest indicator. It just feels like if you were to also follow that lineup from beginning to end of the movie, like, it does feel like she was using this relationship.
She was, because she was. At first, that was her intention.
But then, even if the hypothetical cutoff was at the bedroom scene, even after that, because the bedroom scene comes after the dance. The bedroom scene comes before the dance, because after they have all that fighting, right? Then she realized, I hate this bitch. I'm not gonna kiss up to her no more because she's not gonna do what I want her to do. Right. So we go through the whole song of I hate you, you hate me, and they keep moving these type of stuff around. So as a prank, she invited her to this dance so she can embarrass her. Get the hat and all that stuff. And even in that moment when they had a little talk beforehand, she started to break through to her because she felt bad for even giving. She really felt bad for even giving her the hat. She completely forgot that she set up this prank. Yeah. And then when she came walking down the steps, she was like, "Oh shit! Right, I gave her the hat." Yes. And then amongst the entire fucking student body, she let herself be vulnerable even for a second. I agree with that. I know that's true, but I still think that vulnerability was only allowed mentally because she saw the potential advantage now that she was in with that professor, because that's all she wanted. She finally got it. But think about it logically. What was she gaining? And she was gaining to become, again, the best wizard in the land.
No.
Okay, wait, Brian.
What was she gaining? Because
what do you mean, what did she get?
What was she gaining? Because this prank.
So, okay, well, you mean that the dance? What was she gaining? She was getting. Good.
Pause it.
Yep. On. Like you were saying, yeah.
So it was
that moment that turned. Yeah, I understand that the dance is the moment that. Like, what does she have to gain? I think the answer of what she had to gain was, she knows. Like, the professor is looking for someone to progress up to help Oz. Mm-hmm. That was announced at the beginning. Like, that was announced at the beginning, and she knows that now that she is working with the professor,
with her, yes,
that is going to get them to Oz. Mm-hmm. That she has now the potential to get to literally the top. Like, however long it takes. We didn't know the train was tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We didn't know the train was the next day, mm-hmm, or who was going to be invited. But like, now suddenly that they're buddy, and it just so happens that now they're buddy right after the dance. The next day, the invite comes down, and don't you feel damn well better that you tagged up and you felt this moment of vulnerability with someone that is in the golden seat to line up to get to Oz after training with the professor. Right. That is everything.
So hold on. Let me say something.
Let me finish what I was saying. Okay. So I see how you can set that up, but we just had a montage of days worth of her trying to buddy up to her. We argue. She said, "Fuck it." We argue. We fight. We bicker. And then she quits. She quits. Like, she stops trying to be her friend and actively hates her. Like, to the point where she's talking about her how she looked, how she dressed, her this, that, and other, where she needs to go, where she belongs, whatever. Right. She hates her. Right. That was this was, again, the montage went on for days. Sure. This was a day's worth. Hold on. Mm-hmm. This was days worth of things, right? Agreed. And then, out of nowhere, she was like, "Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? My grandma gave me this hat. I forgot about this hat, and it's gonna be funny. An ugly hat. It's an ugly hat. It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna throw that in her stuff because I bet she'll wear it, something like that. And it's gonna be a funny prank. Mm-hmm. Now." This was the same day, the night of the dance took place, right?
Yes, the night also that the teacher told her that she's in. Hold on. Yeah.
Now, she would have to have Linda. Okay, I don't know where the indication was that Linda was this smart, but she is not.
I think she's manipulative.
Hold on. Let me say it. Let me land. She's probably good with, she probably not that good with magic, but she probably has some type of skill set. Her intelligence ain't one, right? Now, she would have to have galaxy brain. Let me land. She would have to have galaxy brain to go from hating her to realize, go from hating her to accept this prank, then realizing before the dance that, oh, I can invite her, embarrass her, and then get back, do this. She probably can't dance, so she's going to embarrass herself, and I'm going to swoop in, suck her toes, and then she's going to be like, "Ooh, now we are best friends now." Randomly, and then randomly, I know that the main witch is going to be here, which she wasn't supposed to be.
No,
she only came. Yes. She only came off a whim.
Yes.
And so she would have to know that. No. So for this to work, right? Uh-huh. So she come in, we do this sacred dance, and then now we're best friends all of a sudden, and then now I'm the people I always wanted to be.
So I'm going to change
this up. There's no way.
No. Let me explain really quickly. She does not need to know that. She just needs to get her to the dance. It was going to be embarrassing. The plan was it was going to be embarrassing. The teacher tells her at the dance, and then everything changes. She doesn't need a galaxy brain scheme. It just happens in the moment. Oh, I'm in, and she's there. I need her to make sure that I'm on her good side right now.
Then how do you explain her not getting the boyfriend likes alpha bug?
You think think she can't get you think she can't get a man? Men have been falling over her forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she portrayed herself. She can't get a man to like her, but she could get a girl that she's been literally fussing with.
I think she's career oriented.
Do you
I think her core is career oriented.
It doesn't matter. It's too many.
Some people are some people are relationship oriented. Some people are career oriented.
You're right, but it's too many random. It's too many random.
Okay, so
it's too many random. It's too many. Way too many random variables.
Again, like she doesn't need to know anything. She just needs to know.
But what if she knew how to dance?
Okay, well then she has to.
What if the teacher didn't come?
Then guess what? It would have been embarrassing.
What if it was embarrassing, but she still hates her because she's been hating her for weeks?
Again, that I agree. That all could happen.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Let me say something for goddamn for what you haven't taken over the whole thing. God damn it!
Mark,
shut the fuck up! All right. I'm gonna pause the fucking recording.
Last thing, seriously. We know that she's manipulative because in the beginning, she changes on a dime. So the idea that at the dance, she would not have changed on a dime, whether or not all these variables happened or not, the moment that she was vulnerable in the middle of the dance was immediately following, seconds after the teacher gave her the okay. She now has the green light to get to Oz more than ever. And all she has to do is try to befriend the only person that is also in that training center.
The goal wasn't to get to Oz.
She didn't go there?
The goal wasn't to get to Oz. The goal was to get in the seminar.
She got to the seminar, but then she knows that Oz needs another recruit. That was presented at the beginning. We know that. And we know the only way to get there is through that training.
The movie didn't establish that was her goal.
The movie did not establish... What do you mean? After that...
The movie established her goal was the seminar.
Yes, but she also heard about the Oz thing. What are you talking about?
But that was later.
Yeah, that was later, but between the beginning and the end of the movie, someone's targets can change. It also doesn't mean the fact that...
Here's the thing. We already flashed
on the full screen. Get the full screen. Oh my god.
Because DK's usually talking, and we're just sitting there straight faced.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why I keep putting it back there. But we already flashed forward to the future. She's telling the story of Elzaba, the opening section.
And it's fake.
Huh?
She's fake.
No, it's not. She's telling the story of how she came up, and she even starts off that she wasn't always wicked.
I'm sorry. We've never seen any celebrities.
She tells the story twice.
We've never seen celebrities do fake things. You're right. She was a great friend. I always loved. I thought she was a great friend, and she had some problems.
But it's different because she was actually her friend.
Again, look. She
engaged with the person because she's not defending herself or she was somebody was yeah, that witch is wicked, and she's she wasn't always wicked.
Yeah.
And she's telling that story and
and remember you agree that there were some turning points in her personality. That was number one.
What?
The dance. That was number one.
I just explained. Sorry, go ahead.
Even if she had Galaxy Brain and set all this up, right?
That's not a Galaxy Brain scheme.
I'm just saying. Even if she did this scheme, right? Yeah. And she was trying to mosey her way back into her good graces to get whatever. Mm-hmm. When she walked down them steps, the scheme ended. The scheme ended because once she saw the girl, and then once the girl started dancing, she felt something. It was. Sure,
that's called anxiety of character. That's all. It's anxiety.
No.
I think you're putting yourself in this character, Bryan. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, shut the fuck up. You haven't gotten to talk at all.
That was anxiety.
All I'm saying is that was anxiety. Look, I know.
Bro, I like how you said, I know you haven't gotten to talk at all, but shut the fuck up. Continue to shut.
Okay.
I don't want you to talk at all on this podcast.
All right.
Oh my fucking god.
Look, I'm sorry. You're right. I am reaching into a bag that probably isn't there. However, I've seen it at work, at school, in life, manipulative people. Right. We have all seen that. Yes. And the idea that this person, but on the other side, it's actually a good coin. The entire, you literally said in the beginning of this debate that, yes, everything would lead to the idea that that's true. And then you said, but. It's so everything, perception-wise, is potentially there. She is manipulative to a T. She is self-centered to a T. And all of this could be mentally a game for her to get to the top, so that when she's at the beginning of the movie and she's like, you know, they're singing, oh, the witch is dead, blah, 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 all that fucking shit. Yeah, by the way, sound mixing was terrible in that song because I could barely hear what she was saying. It was all, I could hear the village, could barely hear what she was singing. It was very weird. But, like, I think this is like, you're trying to get to the top. You're just trying to get to the top. And it's like, it's just this is a manipulative game for her to stay at the top. And guess what? By the end, eventually she will become this witch. She didn't deny the interest of doing this. At some point she says, A+, let's do it. I sign on to be the good witch. Like, I think that was part of her journey that she wanted to potentially get to. This opens the door for her. Fuck it, I'm in.
But like, did she seem happy?
I mean, dude, you're on the...
When she brought her... In the beginning of the movie, she brought her ass out that bubble. Yeah. Did she seem happy?
She looked bored.
She looked like...
She didn't look bad.
She looked like someone who just been doing 30 years on a 9 to 5.
Yeah, she looked bored. But she got $1 billion. Congrats. Got $1 billion.
That doesn't matter, because she always had $1 billion.
That's true. That's true.
It's the fact that she got there by corruption and lies.
Right.
Which she had no problem with in the beginning.
And I think she's still has no problem with it.
No, she just had to do what she had to do because she ain't gonna get buried. Because Mark might be Marcus, he could do all these great things, whatever. You might be you could do all these great things, whatever. I might be me, I could do these great things, whatever. But if the government says, hey, you, shut up, you shut up. It's pretty as simple as that.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. 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 Because the Wizard of Oz don't leave until Dorothy comes. Remember that. But so this whole structure is still in place. Of course, yeah. So she better play her part, or she will be removed. Yeah. That's the dynamic.
That's probably where she is. But
that doesn't change the fact that she cared for the girl.
Right.
And when we got to this point in the relationship, it's like it wasn't fake because like she didn't need to pour herself out in that moment. Like
the only reason
it's hard to.
And like again, she's not that smart. Like a character we have not talked about is the prince. He's a prince, right?
Yeah. Well, he's more of a vagabond.
Vagabond. Well, like she didn't like he's a fun character, yeah. And like but also she couldn't. She like her focus during that whole train scene was why the why he wasn't really. He's not in love with her anymore. Yeah. Or like what? Because like she's starting to notice, but like she's not fully getting that like. He and her are kind of like connecting even in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And she's feeling feelings.
Yes.
Feelings she never felt before. And I'm telling you, that dance was the first time. She went in there with ill intentions. She established ill intentions.
Yes.
Ill intentions was already like prepared to go down. But once the ill started happening, then it clicked.
Right.
Right. It really clicked inside of her.
So I just need to adjust my expectation here. So this is the this isn't real world, obviously. This is all fictional.
I put realism in fucking everything. I hate it. All right.
Okay. These are human characters. What the fuck else am I supposed to do?
Well, they're witches and wizards.
This is drama. This is real world outside of the wizardry. This is real world. Whatever.
It's one thing we didn't talk about. Switching real quick.
Okay. Yeah, we can get off this whole fucking.
The drama between her wheelchair sister and the Munchkin.
Well, that was unfortunate. That was very unfortunate.
That was a thing that didn't go anywhere, and I was initially mad, but I'm like, once it said part 2 at the end, I'm like, okay, they're probably going to explore this more.
Yeah.
In the next one,
because that was just left. That was left. She left. He's there. It's like. Boom, they split off.
Yeah, and
which is good.
She kind of found out that he was really going undercover for Glenda.
Interested for Glenda.
Yeah, and it's like I like her sister. You know, they didn't really get a chance to go more into her like personality. We've seen a lot of her backstory.
Absolutely, she just wants to be her. She wants to be on her own and wants more independence. Which that's natural. That's fine. That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and I want to see her like be successful, do magic and shit. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm unsure. Wait, does she just become the other sister.
Yeah.
That's just, like, I just felt like, what the fuck are we talking? We're like talking about where's the other sister?
Yes,
she will be the other sister.
Because
I
guess it kind
oh my god,
it kind of bordered out.
I said this earlier.
When did you say that?
I didn't hear you.
In the beginning.
I didn't hear
I guess it kind of bordered out.
I was talking about with the Muppets Wizard of Oz too, because like it's like she has to sit like. Well,
oh, you said Miss Piggy. Of course, I was gonna remember when you fucking said that.
Fuck up.
No,
but I said in the beginning like she has a sister. And you were like you actually kind of have the same reaction too. If you listen back, you had like she has a sister. Like yes, that's. No,
because like you said Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I know, but like in the Wizard of Oz, the first witch, because there's 2 wicked witches. Yeah. The first one gets crushed by a house.
It's a shame that the one that had leg problems is the one that fucking.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. My brain voided out that connection because A, she's in a wheelchair, which could be fixed by magic, and B, she was known as the other wicked witch, and I don't remember her sister being all that evil.
Yeah, and the other thing, the main thing is, Elzebub doesn't feel all that evil. So how does this all conclude? So like that's the whole mystery of this whole backstory of this whole prequel.
Do we see the witch? Don't we see the witch when Dorothy gets picked up in the tornado? Don't we see it for a brief second? Like
yes, she's flying in the tornado.
So she's flying in the tornado. Is there a chance that the witch that's flying in the tornado is the witch that is the main character in this movie, and the other witch is trying to go after her, and then inadvertently, boom, like that's how she dies?
We don't know how this
could happen.
We also don't know how this story goes. A lot of Wizard of Oz iterations are different. We don't know how they interpret this Wizard of Oz story because it's probably not the same as the original Wizard of Oz book either.
Yeah.
Good point. I mean, like yeah. I mean, Disney tried one and it bombed her.
Like you said, DK's prediction could be right, where it's it's all a hoax. Yeah. She's actually alive somewhere. She didn't get melted.
She just.
So we don't know how the story is going, and we're not trying to spoil it for ourselves.
I feel like I'm hoping. I'm hoping she just got going on the low because again, the entire government is after you.
Yes.
And you can't be. You have to. If you're like one of the most tropey ways to get out of the sight is fake your death, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like she just faked her death on the low, trying to get some more power or whatever. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
See how that goes.
Otherwise, one of them gonna get hit by a house.
Jesus.
Because also keep in mind, the Wizard of Oz is a good guy by the end too.
Yeah. Yep. Dorothy ended up like really changing his mind.
Yes.
And then he flies off like a douchebag. I'm still mad that he got away. I never I hope.
Also, it's possible that cub lion they rescue is a cowardly lion.
Maybe.
That's what
could be.
That is insane.
We're
gonna get so deep into threads. That's fantastic. That's fucking glorious. But that would make sense. I do want to say the only issue I really had with this movie, outside of the debate we had, was at the very end you have the tower. They're climbing the tower. They're trying to get away from the guards. Mm-hmm. And I understand singing and singing and singing, but you have to have. It was just like, all right, if we didn't sing for 5 minutes.
Boy, now come on, man.
You just sing for 5 minutes.
The singing takes place in and out of universe. It's not real.
I agree, but it was one of those things like, yeah, there they go. They're still climbing. They're still singing. Oh, they're at the door. Let's keep singing. It
just goes back to that scene in the Joker 2. Please stop singing.
Exactly. Yes. Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but
because it's funny. I was thinking the same thing. Like I was like, go,
exactly. Go. Yeah, like, that was the only time where I was like not in the zone for like the music. I was like, the music was great, but like I was like every other song, I'm like in it. Like,
that's when we different. It didn't take me out because that song.
Me neither.
That song was
once she started flying, then I was super in. Then I was
it melted my bones. I was like, yes.
Alright, I'm sorry. You guys aren't coming to this for this.
That's outrageous.
Mark, what would you
like? My favorite part of the movie is like one of the characters like, we have to do this thing, and it's like, and the other character's like, what thing? Well, let me explain. And the other character's like, no, another musical number. She puts on her top hat. That's right! And the spotlight comes on her, and she likes to do.
Mark, what would you rate? Why do I keep saying rate? We don't rate movies anymore. Well, you would say this is a good movie, right? Like your core thoughts on Wicked as we wrap this up.
Do we just rate things now? Because you can't help yourself. So
No, it's like I've watched too many videos where it's like, and rate this at the end. It's like, all right, go ahead, Mark. But what do you think in general, wrapping up this review?
sucks.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
I was cool, but like now I've learned she's manipulative, and she was behind everything the entire time.
You are over.
And it just like bothers me.
You are
Like
over-
it's like you seen the first Puss in Boots one, right?
Yes.
It's like the fucking Humpty Dumpty. I was there.
I was there.
That's a fucking guy. That's a fucking pink girl.
I did not enjoy that movie, by the way. The first Puss in Boots was not great.
It's extremely mid.
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's like
now.
as good as Shrek the Third, and that's it. It's fine. Nothing magical. That's why 2 was so good, because everyone's like a sequel to Puss in Boots, and then it was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
2 is
I could come.
Two is impossibly good. Two is like
better
on
than
a, dude. Two is on a level of good that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Dude, 2 is better than, no joke, all of Shrek except for 2, and maybe it's as good. It's like right there as good as, I think, as a character.
2 shouldn't exist. It doesn't need. It shouldn't be that good.
No.
It's unrealistically good.
Just the opening, the freaking opening sequence when he fighting the big monster. It was just like one of my favorite. Like it instantly became a classic. Like that became one of my favorite scenes ever. That was on par of some of the Spider-Verse like fight scenes. Like it was great.
Why the fuck is Wicked on screen?
The Spanish Splinter.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah, Mark, but you're so cool. I'll say you shared your thoughts. I thought this was a great film.
I thought it was a good movie, so yeah. I really enjoyed it. Like a really fun. The best musical I've seen this year? Yeah.
Yeah.
The only competition is fucking Moana and Fully Ado. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's... Seeing this movie after Joker, it's like, ooh, this is how you get it right. It was like, thank you, palate cleanser for the genre in general.
Yeah.
Wicked was fantastic. Thought it was great. Thought the set design was great. Thought the investment, obviously, in everything was fantastic. Music, awesome.
And the CG really surprised me on the very few parts they used it.
We only got one more musical this year.
Yeah, the goats and the animals in there where they're talking. It's like that looked fairly good.
I was really digging,
Not
I was
like
really digging her cape too. The cape at the end.
The cape was like the way it was growing.
It was. Yes, I was wondering. Like you're the first person to acknowledge it. Like it was literally growing.
It was like cartoonishly like.
It's like I love it.
Like, it's gonna eat all of Oz when it gets bigger. Like, oh my god, this thing could kill everyone.
I can't wait to like the fucking
no
second
one
movie.
noticed that. Like I was talking.
No, and the second movie, it turns out like the water was a hoax. But like then it cuts to her like she has the cape and it gets cut into a wind turbine. Like no.
Oh wow.
Holy fuck. All right. But yeah, great film.
Also, my canonical I don't like to think Dorothy took out the Wicked Witch. My canonical thing is.
Oh, why? You're not for women getting things done?
No.
Okay.
So my canonical Wizard of Oz story of how the Wicked Witch got defeated was she got visited by Gandalf, Batman, and Wildstyle, and they fucking kicked her ass.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, Lana?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how she went out. That's the real way.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
This was the best musical I've ever seen, and this is the only. No, that's not true.
You have not watched Shop Horrors? Yeah, you can't say shit.
I unfortunately watched
The Lion King.
Fully Ado?
No.
You want to watch it now?
No. Shoot me. No, but this is the first musical I've seen in a very long time since I was like little, since the last time I seen one, and it's because I don't gel with it. Like I pretty much hate all of them, and that's not a detriment against like their quality.
Actually, let me correct you. Live action musicals. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of animated.
Did you see Sing?
No.
Did you see Sing 2?
No.
See Sing 3?
No.
Saw Trolls. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, best musical period. The live action, 3D cartoon, whatever. Best. And it's really crazy for me because I don't like these type of things, right? Mm-hmm. I used to like these type of like singing stuff, like all these musicals when I was smaller, like literally a child, watching like Lion King or something like that. But these type of things did not get me, and I would give it a 10. I rate stuff. I would give it a 10, and that's crazy for me because, again, I'm not really invested. I don't care. Like I overplayed the original Wizard of Oz so much. It come on every year. Every year,
Yeah.
I overplayed, and it's like I don't care, but they made me care. They was like, "You're gonna care." So it was great. I liked it.
Oh yeah, you used to play. We had the Wicked Witch Lego figurine for Lego Dimensions. You always used to pick that character because she flies.
Yeah. We had very few flying characters on there.
Crazy.
But yeah, it was cool. I really liked it.
Wicked. You can find it probably at your favorite Peacock because it's universal. So you can find it there most likely. Of course, you can find this podcast here at ScreenBlastPodcast.com. Oh my God, what's Blasting Turbo Report sitting there? Let's try. No,
Bruh.
Chat.
Mega bruh.
Oh my
Bruh.
God,
Bruh. What's going on? What's going on?
All right.
Diabolical.
All right. You can find us at ScreenBlastPodcast.com. Of course, man, I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Of course, find me here at ScreenBlastPodcast.com. Find me at Bryan Baltimorean on Instagram. Find me at Democracy on YouTube. Mark, where can they find you?
Canine Biscuits. As soon as I start making videos, I'm going to be popular.
Alright.
But like, yeah, that's K9BISKUTS.com.
All right, and Lana, where can they find you?
You can find me on X or Instagram. I prefer Instagram. It's at LanaBoo1141.
Well, you're not into that X stuff anymore. X. Twitter.
Nah, X. Yeah.
Twitter, you don't like Elon
It be
Musk.
Twitter. Twitter used to be a respectable, semi-respectable space.
And then you said the Republicans were.
Yeah, and then now it's just we're gonna post porn and piss videos all over the.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. As they say, "How did that try to find